All right, y'all, it is Monday, so we are done with our final official build weekend, which means that after this video, the next one that I will be walking you through will be a final walkthrough of everything put together. In other exciting news, I'm filming this with a gimbal, so hopefully I can figure it out and this video isn't total gutter trash. So we're starting here within the vortex tunnel. This did end up being a full 8 feet. It just doesn't feel that big because at the end of the day, 8 feet just isn't, as big as we wanted it to be, but it's fully synchronized, which is super cool. All the lights function as one big unit, even though they're multiple strings. And then from there, you go straight into the fun house. So a ton of progress made here. This is going to be so sick when it's under full black light. We have big 4-foot black lights that go in these old kind of fluorescent assemblies. And then you can see here that our slide came in yesterday and has been the biggest bitch to assemble. Turns out it was missing some parts. So the company was very gracious and they're overnighting us some bolts and a new base because this one is broken. And the hope is that it will fit nicely right there. So the smaller kids, because I don't know how big of a human this will fit, will be able to climb up the ramp and then come down the slide. We'll have our sensory doors on this wall, which I'll show you. Those all got completed yesterday. And then from here, you'll go across this wobbly bridge, which still needs to be a little more wobbly, I think, but it also needs to get painted. And then through here, the maze will continue. We have a bunch of pool noodles that we're going to hang from here that will be fun. You can see the ramps got built. So if you want to completely bypass the fun house, we've got a ramp option here. And then this option, if you've gone through it, into our upside down ball pit. So this you've already seen. Not too much has changed. I've got some big walls that I need to get built in here today. And then you'll come through. These ramps are all built. Look at me go. And then into the big top. The cool thing here is we've got some work on the freak show done. So this is going to be our mermaid tank. This is also going to be a water feature. So the idea here is that we're going to puncture the glass, and where we usually have a piano fountain, instead we're going to make it look like the mermaid is trying to break out. So I'm super excited about that. We got to work on some lighting yesterday to make sure that this is really well lit. This is the rest of the freak show area that will also be a photo op area. And then we also got a bunch of work done on this guy. This is our target game. So it's basically a squirt gun laser game. That's all waterproofed and ready to go. Then the last little bit that got some love, but not too much admittedly, is the booths. Realistically, like I said in the last video, that's probably not going to get done until probably Thursday or Friday. We get some really high winds in the afternoon, and it's just not worth putting up stuff that's going to all fall apart a little too early. Case and point, you can see we had to scab this last night. Check this out. Let me see if I can do this appropriately. Bloop, 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 bloop. And this way. Thanks for joining me on this terrible videographer journey. Shit. I'm posting all of this. You're just going to have to ride it out with me. So look at that. We had to scab it because it actually broke in the wind last night. It was bonkers. Dan was basically up on the roof holding it all together while I got the materials to make it work. But the whole point of putting it up this way was so that if it did snap, it would snap onto our roof and not our neighbors. So that worked exactly like it was supposed to, really and truly. Huh, bud? You did a great job.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we got all the lights up and our little pennant flags. So the whole big top just looks so cute. And you can kind of see based on the wind as well that our little guy is starting to fall apart up at the top. So there's a couple of the mirror mosaics that are coming down. I'm so glad that we have a cherry picker coming on Thursday. We'll get him all patched up, get the jester balls put back up, and then away we'll go. Here's the front facade. So it's actually starting to look like a big top, like it's supposed to.